get the lining and fold it into two, such that it fits. We get something that fits on the bag. Let me fold it from the other side. So get your bag and place it on top of, lay it flat completely, then you're going to place it on the lining, just like this. Then I'll get a piece of chalk and outline the parts where I'm going to cut. So I'll just cut somewhere right there. You don't want to cut too close to the bag because you want to leave out something for an allowance for the hem of the lining. So like that, and then I'll get my pair of scissors and cut off. Now this is the lining that goes onto the bag, and as you can see, we have a small allowance for sewing, and then after that we're going to attach it on the inside. So let me do the sewing on it, on this curved part, then I'll be back. I took this to the tailor and I had it sewn all the way round in that curved part, and then I folded on top, as you can see, a very small fold because I cut the lining small. So then I folded it into two and I ironed it out so that it is very easy to attach onto the bag. So I'll be putting it inside the bag just like this. But then before I attach the lining, I'm going to do the zipper. So I'll do the zipper first, and then after that I'll put the lining on top of the zipper. So just get the corner part of the bag and place one end of the zipper there. Then you're going to get a pin and pin the zipper to that corner. Then align the zipper on the top part of the bag and get another pin, and you're going to pin all the way to the next corner of the bag. So the reason for pinning is to ensure that when you're working on the zipper, it doesn't move around and that it fits perfectly as it should on that top part of the bag. Well, I'm not very good with the zippers and the linings, but I'm just going to be showing you exactly what I do with my bags. So just pin your zipper all the way to the next end of the bag. And now you're going to get your sewing needle. Then we're going to start sewing the zipper from one end to the next end where we've pinned the zipper. So I'll just get my sewing needle and connect it to that first end of the bag, and then I'll just sew. So once we get to the end, we're going to turn over to the other side of the zipper, and before that I'm just going to go over the two parts of the zipper several times just to ensure that the zipper lock does not fall off. Then after that, I'm going to pin the zipper on the other side, as you can see, and then I'll just sew the same exact way I've done on the other side. At the end, I'm going to lock the zipper by going over the two sides of the zipper several times. So I'll just get the two sides and then work on them several times, as you can see. After I'm done with this, I'm going to create a knot, and then I'll just weave in the end that will remain and onto the other side. Then do that several times. Cut off the end after weaving it in, and now the zipper is in place, as you can see. And now we're going to get the lining and attach it. So just grab your lining and put the lining inside the bag, making sure that the right side is the one on top. So you want to get one end and attach it to the other end. And then we're going to pin the lining all the way around. After I'm done pinning the lining all the way around, this is what I'm going to have. Then I'll get my sewing needle with the same color of thread as the lining, and then I'll attach the lining onto the bag. And we're going to start from one corner of the bag. So just go inside that corner. Then get the corresponding corner of the lining and pin them together. And we're going to work from the inside part of the bag as we attach the lining, as you can see. So we're just going to go onto the zipper and then onto the lining. So it's like we are attaching the lining onto the zipper. I don't know if this works, but it did for me, and if it works for you, then well and good. If there's a better way in which you can attach the lining and zipper, then go ahead and attach it that way. So I'm just going to go all the way around the bag, from the inside part of the bag, working onto the zipper and the lining and sewing them together, and ensuring that they are safely attached. If you have a sewing machine, then I think this should be pretty easy, because you're just going to get the sewing machine and work over the lining, and that will be quite easy than working with the sewing needle. Once we've attached the lining to the end, we're going to do a knot at that end, and then we're just going to pass this thread inside the lining and then cut it off, and we'll be done with the lining. And now this is what we have. The lining is perfectly in place, as you can see. Now just close up your zipper, and then we're going to work on those ends just to ensure that the zipper closes perfectly without an issue. So I get my darning needle and some yarn, and then I'm going to do some stitches on the top part of the zipper. So right there, as you can see, I'm just going through the first stitch and another stitch on the other side, then making a knot. Then I'll attach 2 stitches on either sides of the bag, then I'll do a third stitch and a fourth one. Then after I'm done attaching 4 stitches on the top part of the zipper, I'll be able to open the zipper, and it will be able to open and close very easily. Then just do a knot at that very last stitch and weave in the ends that are going to remain on that end. We are then going to turn to the other side and do the same thing with 4 stitches. At this point, I'm done attaching everything, and the zipper is in place. The lining is perfectly inside the bag. So thank you so much if you stuck around to the end of the tutorial. If you've enjoyed the tutorial, kindly leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe, and when you recreate this, kindly tag me and I'll be reposting your posts. See you in the next one.